Right, so another job for another garage. So one of my mate's garages this is again. So they've had somebody replace the turbo actuator for them. Unfortunately, the lad forgot to measure the rod, bin the old one, and just threw the new one on. Now we were getting a load of performance codes for the actuator, not being within spec. And set this up, as we go down to data stream, I'm using the cheap thing again because I still haven't replaced my top don ever since it failed on me. Look for boost, find the voltage. Now if you do a Google search, you will sometimes find the engine code, type it in and look for the voltage readings on idle. And what I've done here is we've now go to the voltage reading, and on idle it needs to be between, it'll tell you online, 0.75 to 0.85, and on with the ignition on but idling, but ignition on, engine off, the readings then should be about 3.6 I think it was to 3.8. Maybe a bit of compromise which I've had to do on this one. I've got it perfect on the idle, but on the ignition on it's about 3.5. I'm not worried about that because it's now running and driving perfect. But what you do is you slacken off, take all this apart obviously on this vehicle, other vehicles will be different, and you slacken off the nut just in there, and you may have to take it off and wind up and down until the numbers are within the spec. Again, keep resetting the ignition if you have to sometimes, just to make sure it zeroes out, it goes up nicely and goes where it needs to be. And once you do that as well, I've reset the adapters for the turbo. Now we're sat nicely in spec. Now before this vehicle, it was, you'd get 50 yards down the road, coil light on and the code's flagged, or if you left it for about a minute, it would start to do it again. But now, like I say, just adjusting down there, you can slacken these nuts, let's put it to the side, just to adjust it. Other vehicles are going to be different, but you can still find your specs online most of the time, and just take it off, turn it up or down, whichever way. Whilst looking at the live data, you do this as well, and you'll see, once you put it back on, make sure you nip down so that the body sits flat. You'll then find it's now going to sit within its specs once you've got it, and as long as there's no other faults, she should be lovely again. Now this now boosts up, no more faults, it's all good, lovely.